I thought I would take a moment to make this video and post it on YouTube to let other people know what happened to me with my Kodiak canvas tent. I'm not doing this as recommendation, and I'm not doing this because I'm going to say it works for you. I don't know, it may work, it may not. I'm not quite sure it worked for me yet. But I put the tent up this spring to camp out with my grandkids in the backyard. And the day I went to take it down, it was a real dewy morning, quite a bit of dew, might have been some frost that night. So I waited a little bit till it dried out, which I thought was dried out. I felt the sides, but I really didn't pay a lot of attention to the roof, which is it's thicker than the tent. I should have paid more attention to it, and I did, and I put the tent down, rolled it away, put it away. Well, when I put it up a few weeks ago to get it ready for the fall, I noticed that the roof was mildewed, just total, looks like somebody had camouflaged it. It looked awful. And of course, competitive edge, that Charlie over there, he does a great job of selling these things and supporting you after you buy it, but they don't give them away. And I was pretty sick on the heart for my tent. So I tried something, and I thought I'd let you know what I tried. I went and got myself some Kodiak. This stuff. And I sprayed the roof on both sides with it. I first did the top and soaked it down pretty good with it, and then it didn't happen right away. I went inside, waited a half hour or so, came out, and after the Kodiak had dried, the mildew was gone. So then I went ahead and did the inside, and of course the same thing, that it took the mildew away. My fear was that it would also take away the natural waterproofing that Kodiak puts on the canvas. So then I went and got several cans of this stuff and sprayed the top with a couple of cans, and then went inside and also thoroughly sprayed it down. And I have to say, the mildew is gone. But now I have to do the final test. I set it up. It thunderstormed last night, pretty close to all night. So this morning I'm going to go inside and see if there is any leaks and take you along with me. Excuse my camera work. I'm doing this on my phone, and I've only posted one other video in my life. You're seeing it the first time I am, so this is what the roof looks like. It's a hard thing to do with the camera, but there's no mildew on it. Let's go to the corner here, because it wouldn't really affect that. Every now and then, I have to admit, on a real heavy rain with some wind, I'll get a little water in the corners, but it's only happened a couple of times. I see no water, and it rained really hard last night. I was quite worried about the seam here, and I really sprayed it good. I thought about silicone seam in it, but I haven't actually. You could actually see how it's discolored where I had really sprayed that heavily right there. Well, right now I'd have to say it was a success. Am I recommending that to you? No. You do that on your own. You destroy your own tent. I'll tell you what I did. But now here's the one thing I did do that was, if you look here in the corner, in fact, I'm going to go outside. You might see it better. I'm one of those guys that has to coordinate his shirt with what he's eating, because I'm a natural born slob. And if you look, you can see where I sprayed some of the Kodiak on this canvas, and it changed the color. It bleached it out. Now, if you're more careful and not quite as big a slob as me, you can do that job without doing what I did. Here on the green you can see where it changed the color, but the roof, it doesn't have any mildew on it. And overall, it ain't leaking. So that's what happened, and I'd have to say right now I was successful. We'll see how it works long term.